The National Party is a joke. I hope they lose the 2026 election badly. Luxon is an appallingly terrible leader. Nobody likes him, even the right-wingers can't stand him. He is weak, he relies on repetitive talking points. He has never made a passionate argument, he does not seem to care about the country. He treats his position like a good job. He exploits his entitlements and fails to deliver good governance. He doesn't care about serving the public. For him, it is just a nice job. He is constantly undermined and disrespected by his coalition partners. He tolerates incompetence and stupidity from his ministers. He does not have the backbone to exercise his authority and do his job. He is the weakest and most incompetent Prime Minister that we have ever had. This is what happens when an egotistical fool with almost no political experience becomes Prime Minister. National does not seem to care about the country. They don't seem to have any interest in governing. They have massive power. They could pass masses of long overdue policies. Instead, they offer this uninspiring, bland governance. They have no vision, they have failed to establish a direction for the country. They recycle the same old John Key-era policies like boot camps and 90-day trials. It is pathetic. What does the National Party value? What principles do they have? They don't have many values at all. The few they do claim to have, they violate constantly. National pretends to care about balancing the budget. They borrowed more money to fund cynical vote-winning tax cuts. That is what they always do. In the Helen Clark years, Labour delivered 9 consecutive budgets with a surplus. No National Party finance minister has ever achieved such a thing. Labour is better at balancing the budget than National is. National pretends to care about having a strong economy. Business liquidations are occurring at very high rates. Unemployment has risen significantly. New Zealanders are continuing to flee to Australia in their masses. They have not fixed the economy, far from it. They have failed to solve the serious problems, and they have created new problems. National's finance minister is qualified with an English literature degree. It is laughable. National is also anti-worker. They are funded by rich people, and ultimately they serve rich people. They gave rich landlords a huge tax cut. They paid for it by cutting the first home buyers grant and free prescriptions, along with other beneficial policies. They made it easier to fire workers and evict tenants. They slowed minimum wage increases. They abolished trade union empowering legislation. They let unemployment rates increase significantly. They are anti-worker. National must be voted out of power in 2026. The world is a dangerous place. We cannot trust these incompetent fools to lead our country. That is increasingly a recipe for disaster.